Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. If you're presently a customer of ours, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to be your bank. We appreciate the confidence you have placed in us and enjoy providing you with the most up-to-date banking products and services to satisfy your needs. If you're not a current customer, we would like to invite you to stop by and let us show you true community banking at its best. We concentrate on our local community, doing our part to make Dublin and Lawrence County a better place to live, work, play, and retire. We recently introduced two new products, eStatements and Access Now, our mobile banking app. Both of these products will help to make banking with us more convenient and will also help to provide you with a safer and more secure banking experience. So for all your banking needs, just give us a call or stop by and let us show you personal banking at its best. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Hi everyone, we'd like to welcome you to Real Talk here on TV 35. I'm your host, Pat Brock. You know, Hurricane Michael came through, and I tell you, there was quite a bit of devastation in so many different areas. And of course, Lawrence County has also suffered quite a bit. There's so many wonderful organizations, businesses, and just great citizens here of Dublin, Lawrence County. And we've got some wonderful ones with us here today, just talking about some good deeds that they've done and that they're yet doing to help people who are without power, and also the wonderful linemen who've come in from all over to help us out here. Dr. Richard, tell us about it now.
Well, I was just sitting around yesterday afternoon and kind of getting a little discouraged by some of the negative posts about people not having power and kind of almost down in the linemen and some of the power company stuff. And I kind of thought to myself, well, I want to turn this negative into a positive. And so I called Dion and with Holy Smokes and said, hey, I got $300. Let's just say whatever linemen come in, just feed them up to $300 and we'll tell them their meal's on me today. And so Dion put that out on Facebook and somebody saw it, and one of my friends up in Macon actually saw it, and he called me and he said, that's pretty cool, I'll donate $100. And then Bass Rehab called me and said, hey, we'll match your $300. And so I put that on Facebook, and then, man, the Lord just took over and God just multiplied that dramatically. And it really is a great example of just what Christ can do through one person. You know, my intention was to put $300 out there and maybe get a few linemen fed just to try to turn a positive out of that.
Right.
And man, people just started going crazy. Lawrence County just came out in droves to support us, and the businesses around town, individuals around town, everybody started matching them the $300, and so the hospital kicked in money, and Dublin Ford kicked in money, Air Evac, John Mark Butler. There's so many people that I honestly cannot name off all the names of people. Community Bank, and they took a hit themselves, and they kicked in some money and said we want to thank the guys that are helping us out, and So we had people start donating a lot of money, and then I called Dion and said, okay, we got a whole lot more money than what we did before. And so they got in touch with Georgia Power, and Georgia Power said, well, we got 400 linemen that we need fed tomorrow. Right. Can you guys do that? And this is what this is how we need. And so I said, all right, Dion, how much money we need to do that? And I put it on Facebook that we needed that, and boy, the donations just kept on coming in. And so we brought in about double what we needed. And so to feed those linemen, and we told everybody any money that was left over was still going to go to that same cause. And so we got out this morning, and some of the churches in town, Christ Chapel's donated, Dudley Baptist has donated. People started challenging each other to match their donations, and it was just amazing to watch God do what he did with it. And so then some of the churches sent their kids out this morning, and we've been packing lunches all day. And so we fed 400 at Georgia Power this morning. We sent them all over the counties and to where they were. We took a couple hundred out to Oconee EMC. We've made deliveries to the fire department, the sheriff's office, the 911 call center. All those first responders, right. Anybody, tree cutting services, anybody that we felt like was involved. And again, because we were so richly blessed, we just still said, okay, we still got food, guys. So we just opened it up, and Dion said, okay, we're going to just open up and say, if you don't have power, come by and we'll feed you. So, I'll let Ms. Dion explain that, but they turned Holy Smokes into a drive-through this afternoon, and we've done that. And then now we've heard there's a couple of places that are still without power, and people are really struggling out in Rents, out in Cadwell, over behind Hillcrest. And so we're going to just go start taking food to those communities, and man, we're going to feed as many people as we can. Lawrence County has come together for their county and has come together for this opportunity. Certainly not what I intended when I said, hey, here's $300 bucks. And so And so I want the credit to go where it's deserved for that, which is to the good Lord. Gary and Dion have been amazing. I mean, they shut their business down today just to help serve. And so, you know, this has been it's been a very humbling experience for me, maybe the most humbling thing I've ever been involved in, just to see how much everybody responded. We got on this morning and said we need 400 waters, and we got 600 waters or something like that. So, I mean, it's just unreal. People have just responded. I think that when something like this happens, that people want to help, and they just they needed something to help with, and when it just popped up, and God said, here's what to do. And
here's an opportunity here.
That's right.
You know, talking about good Samaritans and being able to give back, you know, and to see people in need, and for you having a gift, having a business, and, you know, responding to that call. Tell us about it for you.
Well, I feel like we're uniquely qualified for this, being in the position that we are in this parking lot. So, like you said, when we've met the need that we were originally wanting, we opened it up to the general public, and cars have been just coming in here, basically like a drive-through. They would pull in, tell us how many they needed, we'd hand it out, and off they went. And now we're going to head out very shortly to the community to hopefully feed a couple hundred more, if not more.
And so how many plates have you already made, Dion, if you can calculate?
Hey, do you have any idea?
We're between 800 and 1,000, and honestly, we're not. We did 500 because we ran out of the. Well, we knew that easily because we ran out of the whole box of deli paper, and then we ran through another box of that. So honestly, when we got started going, it just was so much. And I think Dion's right. They're uniquely qualified to do this because there's just not that many businesses that. And this is where I say God has His hand in all these things. There's just not that many businesses that could all of a sudden turn around 1,000 plates today. Just, you know, they're cooking barbecue all the time, and so you know, we're able to do that. We've had a couple of pauses today to wait on some pulled pork to get ready that they had going, but you know, a barbecue place is kind of uniquely able to throw together food quick like that, and these guys are a part of Operation Barbecue Relief that's already down in Florida and helping down there, and they regularly kind of do things like that, and it's kind of why I thought of them when I thought of it, and obviously we're friends with them as well, and so that's why I just called and said, hey, let's do this and see, and I mean, really honestly was my intention that we were going to get, you know, 30 linemen fed, or you know, maybe those 30 guys would just say thank you, God, somebody appreciates what we're doing, and instead of fussing at us. And you know, this is kind of hits close to home. I mean, I was in Albany and Alberto and lost my house down there. I was in New Orleans when Katrina hit, you know, and so we've been through this before. When somebody brings a meal in your neighborhood while you're working, it really just lifts your spirits. And man, this is a modern day miracle for me. You know, I mean, this is a modern day miracle. God turned $300 into this that's been going on all day. You've had kids out here loading boxes, happy, working in the sun, in the heat. We have not had a single complaint. And it's just been amazing.
And they've been writing scriptures on every single box that went out. So 1,000 scriptures have been put out.
What an act of love and encouragement, because, you know, you've seen devastation in your own life, and, you know, we as individuals living here, you know, we've had our own struggles, you know, and so many without power, and then to really put into perspective and to see this love in action.
Yeah. It's been overwhelming, and like you said, we've been a part of this before, but it's different when it's your own community. And I'm proud of Lawrence County.
And we're proud of you all. We're proud of everyone. Thank you for how you've given, and not just with this. There's so many different other places giving back. I know Fairview Park Fitness is giving free showers. You know,
that's right.
So it's a lot of different places. People who are bringing people into their homes. You know, who don't have power, because we know some people are ill. You know that from a perspective of being a physician, of having the medications and different things like that.
The community has responded huge, and Dion and I were texting back and forth yesterday, and we're just in amazement at how this thing kept blowing up and blowing up and blowing up. And it's just she said it, proud to be a part of Lawrence County, and something like this is why, you know, why we enjoy being in a small city, in a smaller county, is because I got businesses I can call, and businesses, when we start challenging businesses, they respond, because all of us run little small businesses around here, and we know, you know, kind of how that works. And so it has just been a huge response. But I mean, I tell you, it's amazing. I got people I don't know contacting me saying, I want to donate money. Most of the people that are out here working today, I didn't know who they were, which is awesome. I mean, that's fantastic. That's great. And it's just been, that's why I said it's been so humbling to me, because the response has been so good. And when we tend to focus on so much negative that's going on.
That's
I think
right.
that you tend to think that that's what there is out there, and I mean, this really shows the character of the community,
Yes,
and
it does.
and man, they have really rallied and come together, and we're just so proud to be a part of it.
This is such a blessing.
It's
such a
not
blessing.
just been businesses, you know, that's what we were expecting, just larger businesses coming, but so many people have come up to me like, I would like to make a donation. I'm like, okay, what business? And just from our family.
Citizens.
Yeah, and they just anonymous. They don't even want their name mentioned. It's just out of the kindness of their heart.
This is love in action.
It is.
This is love in action, you know, so God's still working miracles where you thought it was going to be something small. This is like that fish and those loaves. The expansion of what he's doing.
That exact same analogy had come to me this morning, and I mean, again, I say that because I want the credit to go where the credit's due from that standpoint. I mean, my intention was $300. I know I've said that several times, but it's just crazy how it turned into this. And I called Dion last night and said, maybe I should have checked with you before I did this, because I just put a lot of work on you guys.
You're good, You're good,
We
right?
love this. This is what we love to do.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I mean, we're ready. We're on board.
Wonderful. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for having the vision and the heart to want to do something for the people out there. Thank you.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
You know, when we're talking about our first responders, we're talking about these public servants here. We've got Officer Crabb with us, who's been working tirelessly. Talk to us.
We're tired.
Yeah.
We're tired, but the community, we've seen everybody pull together instead of dividing like it's been here lately.
Yeah.
But it's sad that it takes something like this to bring everybody together. But on a good note, it still brought us together. I've seen neighbors helping neighbors, the elderly helping the younger helping the older.
Right.
I mean, it's just a community effort, and that's what we need around here.
And so for you all, I mean, we know that you've been working for how many hours?
Tomorrow will be, at the end of tomorrow, will be 96.
96 hours. And so in this time, I mean, you've been having to handle some of everything, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything from power lines, people being trapped in their home by the trees, trees down, on top of our, what we call our regular calls.
Right. And so here you go today. You're coming up picking up meals, right?
I am, because everybody else is on calls and I was the only one free, and we were hungry, and I was like, hey, I'll go get us something to eat. What you want?
And here you are. We just want to thank you, officer, and to all the officers, how you are working so hard for us. You're always keeping us safe. And even when we get to situations like this, you are still on the job.
Yes, ma'am. We don't get an off day. Even when we're off, we're not off.
That's right. And you know, for
people to do this for us is like amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we ought to give the linemen more than what we give us, because if it wasn't for them, none of us have no showers.
Right.
Or hot water or anything.
You're absolutely right.
And to me, that's important.
It is important. Any message you want to give to the people out there, the citizens of Dublin Lawrence County?
It's just really good to see everybody pulling together. We don't need to divide the community. We need the community to come together.
That's right.
We want a change in Dublin. Let us be that change.
There we go. Thank you for continuing to be that change.
You're welcome.
All right, this is Officer Crabb, ladies and gentlemen, the Dublin Police Department. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now on the road getting ready to make deliveries. We've got Dion and Gary with us here. Gary, talk to us about, you know, what's taking place here and what it means to you to be able to take part in something like this, to be able to give back to the people here.
Well, it's a blessing for us to do that. When we came out Thursday morning after the hurricane came through, we found out that we were one of the only ones in town that had power. And so we loaded, cooked everything that we had, because we knew that there were going to be people that needed to eat. And so since then, we had just been cooking around the clock, trying to make sure that we have items available for people to come through. And yesterday, Dr. Richter, you know, had the idea, he wanted to feed some linemen, and it was just going to be a small thing. And you know, the community of Dublin really just reached out and said, hey, we want to bless our linemen. And then it just poured out. There was more than just the linemen. There was, you know, other first responders. And now, you know, we've gotten to where just victims of the hurricane that we're able to feed. So it has been a lot of hard work. We really have been cooking nonstop since Thursday morning. But it's just one of those things that if you have the ability to do something like this and people are in need, that you just have a responsibility to do that and help people.
And what's beautiful is that's one of the biblical principles about if we say we're loving, we say we love God, to show that action, to be able to, when you see someone in need, to do.
Yes.
And so this is such a blessing. And so now we're going to residential areas to deliver. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We had left off earlier. We had all the plates that we could hold, and we just went around from door to door like we were trick-or-treating, trying to find people that needed it. And some people really didn't want to do it because they didn't want to take away from others. You know, but we just basically told them, listen, we did this for you. You guys don't have power. You don't have a way to eat anything hot. And that's what we did. And we just have been delivering, and people have been very thankful. You know, you can see the look on their face. They've been eating Little Debbie cakes or, you know, or chips all day, you know, just to have a nice warm meal that, you know, that was provided, because some people just don't have the means to be able to go out and eat, you know, at a restaurant or something like that. So it was just a blessing. When Dr. Richter said he wanted to do it, he asked what our capacity was, and we just said that we're going to do everything that we can, and I think we've done, if not over, really close to 1,000 plates today that we put out.
I mean, that's such a blessing, you know, and you know, if you're able to watch the news and you see the national news of how this hurricane has devastated parts of, you know, Panama City, and how people are without homes and businesses have been destroyed. And then when it came up into Lawrence County and you saw thousands and thousands of people who without power, and the damage that it's done to some properties. And, you know, we're just thankful for one that we're yet alive, you know, through this, because there's some that did not make it.
We were very fortunate, you know, that it weakened a lot before it got to us, but still the path that it took was kind of worst case scenario for our area, and even all of South Georgia and Middle Georgia. You know, it couldn't have come at a worse direction, and it really hit us hard, you know. And I know all of the people in Albany and in Americus and that area are really got hit hard, and, you know, it's just something that the community reaches out and tries to do what they can to help one another. I mean, the community of Dublin just really has stepped up and really wanted to take care of their own, and I love to be a part of a community that does that. You know, it's not like this everywhere you go.
Absolutely, and we have so many wonderful first responders that we are so appreciative of, because you all have families as well, and you're having to spend so much time away from your families for the greater good, to make sure that the citizens are well. And so we thank you for that. And this is yet another way to be able to show that gratitude and to show kindness to others who are in need. So all right, so we're making our way down to Hillcrest, right?
We are going to right off at Claxton Dairy Road. There is, I guess, the road that we left off, and I'm trying to I don't remember what it was called, but I remember where the road where I came out was.
All right, that's all right. We're traveling the roads less traveled.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
So we're over in the Green Acres subdivision, I know, and we didn't even get all the way through it, you know, before we ran out of plates earlier. So we reloaded and are coming back to finish what we started.
And Gary, what satisfaction does it give to you, just as a human being, to be able to do this?
For me, the satisfaction that I get is just knowing that I used a talent that God had given me to help His people. You know, that's one thing, you know, that you know, if you've got the ability to help someone that's in need, you know, it's a you have a responsibility to do that.
That's right. That's right. And you know, when we sow richly, we shall receive richly. So thank you so much. Okay, Pitmaster. Thank you. You know, we're making these rounds here, and I know that this young lady here, I mean, you had promised her that you would come back to her.
Yes. You know, we came through and we ran out of plates earlier, just going around and finding everybody. And so this was like, I knew this was where I had to start when we came back through. I told her we were coming back, and I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we're out doing what we can and do what we say we're going to do, and people can trust us and know that we're going to do what we say. So,
and you know, it's been great to ride with you, because like we're just stopping at houses that with people outside, just making sure they have food, to make sure that they have, you know, what they need. And so this has been just great being able to go with you guys on this journey.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of people really wouldn't go out and look for it. You know, a lot of people don't want to take away from others, but we did this for the people that are displaced, that don't have their stuff, and so those are exactly the people. I mean, we did this for them, and you know, a lot of people don't want to take it, but you know, that's why we came.
Yeah.
So
Still doing good deeds.
yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go on to the next.
All right,
Thanks,
let's do it.
Hi, I'm Anna Grace with Myers Equipment and Supply, your dealer for the complete line of Can-Am side-by-sides and ATV products. For hunting, farming, or riding the trails, Can-Am has the models you need. See the full line of exciting Can-Am products featuring the Can-Am Outlander line of ATVs. Outlanders outfit you with the best mix of performance, handling, and comfort, all at a price you can afford. Can-Am Outlanders. Riding the trails, working the farm, or playing in the mud, nothing beats a Can-Am. Come into Myers Equipment today and see the full line of Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides. Can-Am, the ride says it all.
You know, we're out visiting people here and making sure that everyone's okay in the communities and making sure that they have food. Mr. Murphy, your power just came on, right?
Yes, just came on today.
How's it been for you and your family? How long's it been out?
It's been out since Thursday morning around by 12. It went out. So.
And you got little ones.
Yeah, we got little ones, so you know we maintained and made it. You know, so we know what we had to do to provide. So we made it through.
And you know, it really makes you grateful to be able to have these modern things that we just take for granted sometimes: power, lights, water. And so, you know, and of course, thank you for just letting us talk to you today. And what words, anything you want to say to the community out there?
Yeah, I know the struggle get real sometimes. You know, it get hard sometimes, but as long as you try to hang in there with it, you know, the Lord make a way for you. So
that's right, and He continues to make a way for us. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, thank you too.
Thank you.
Right, appreciate
you know, when we talk about, you know, servicing and helping people in the community, we've got to realize that we're made up of the community, and that, in fact, is with my family. You know, my sister here, Bernice, and my brother-in-law, Robert, here. I want to personally thank you, holy smokes, and the community out there for feeding my family.
Thank you.
Bernice, what do you want to say about how this has been for you? Because you all have been without power the whole time.
I just want to say God is good. God is good. Our power just came on about an hour ago. And of course, we have nothing in our refrigerator because we had to take everything out. And so this was just right on time. And I'm so thankful for Holy Smokes and Holy God.
Amen. Robert, anything you want to say? Because we know that this has been hard for you guys to be without your power.
Yes, like I said, we've been out without power since the storm came. And we've been living with you, and we live with our other daughter every night until today. And so we came home today, and here we go with a good meal from Holy Smoke. And we just thank y'all so much for y'all blessing us with the food.
Very good. Thank you.
Our other sister just came, her and her husband, to check on us. And so we thank God for them too. And I just thank God for the love that God's been showing during this time. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Dion, what do you want to say about it?
Just that we're honored to do this for everybody, and this community, like we had said earlier, just really has come together and to help everybody, and it's just an amazing community to be a part of.
Absolutely.
And we're all blessed.
Absolutely. Gary?
I would say that so many things. If you watch a lot of the national news now, people are arguing about this and that, but when you really get down to it, and people are, everybody's a person, and we're all people, and we all love each other, and we're all community. And it doesn't matter where or what it is, we all have to look out for one another, because you never know when you're going to be the person that needs to be looked out for yourself.
You're absolutely right. And this is certainly love in action, you know, being able to hit the road with you guys and just pulling up to people's houses. If we see cars or see kids out in the neighborhood and asking them, hey, are you hungry? You know, are your lights on? Can we give you some food? And so it's just been a blessing to me to be able to be a part of something like this that's so much bigger than what we see it as.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for being the hands and feet of God.
Amen.
Love
you.
I love you.
Love you, Big Daddy.
Love you too,
All right, we're leaving the Nelsons, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we've got so many great young ladies here that have been volunteering their time all day long. We're going to let them share with you who they are and, of course, what it means for them to be able to take part in something like this. We'll start with this beauty to my left.
Hi, I'm Emma. It just really means a lot to me to be able to help people who don't have the power, who can't do anything without their power. They can't cook. They're spending all their money trying to get food. And with everybody donating, it means a lot to me that they take their time and their money that they have earned and give it to us so we can help others.
Absolutely. And you guys have been on the trail all day long, right?
Yes.
What has it been like for you?
Well, it's been a lot of hard work, but it's also been fun because we've been kind of hanging out.
Yeah. So this is the family time, right?
Yes.
But also giving back at the same time. All right, young lady, tell us who you are and tell us what you've been doing here to make sure you're giving back and to make sure that people are safe and have food to eat. You ready?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I have to talk?
Yes, here you go, right here. Come right in and tell us who you are.
I'm Kendall Lanton.
Kendall, now, how does it feel for you to be able to give back the way you're doing?
Feels good because it's helping a lot of people eat when they can't do it themselves. And
that's right. And so what have you been doing today? What all have you been having to do?
we have been writing scriptures on top of every box, which we've done about a little over 1,000.
Oh my gosh. And you know that many scriptures? Not quite.
Not quite. Not quite.
Tell us who you are and tell us what it means for you to do what you've been doing today to help others.
My name is Chloe.
Yeah.
And it's actually really cool to do because, I don't know.
I mean, no, really, think about it, because there's a lot of people that are in need, and you're definitely doing a great service to help those that are in need.
Yeah.
Have you always been a young woman of service to give back the way you do?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, you're definitely getting your fill today, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right.
We've been doing it since like 10, like not 10, but 9:30.
9:30, and look at the time. It's almost 5:30. So thank you for the service you're giving. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. You know, this has really been such a great day to be able to come out and spend it with you all. Tell us who you are and tell us about, you know, what you've done throughout the day to prepare the meals and get these out to the people of Dublin Lawrence County as well as the linemen.
Okay, my name's Delana Bruckmeyer, and I came out about 9:30. They had already gotten started. We prepared meals we did baked beans, potato chips, pork sandwiches, waters, and I think we prepared a little over 1,000 plates today.
Oh, wow.
Throughout the day.
And what feeling does this give you to be able to know that you've helped so many people in our community?
Oh, it feels great, and just the amount of support that the community showed. Like we said earlier, a small amount was given, and then it just multiplied from there. And just letting the linemen know that have left their homes and their families to provide electricity to everyone in our county is greatly appreciated.
Very good, and we appreciate you for all the hard work that you've been doing. Thank you so much. You know, people, this has been a lovely day to be able to see the love in action through so many citizens of Dublin Lawrence County, to be able to give back, to be able to be willing to help others in need. We're thankful to all of the first responders and the people that have been working tirelessly to make sure that we are safe, to make sure that we have power, and for those who don't have power at this time, just continue to be patient and lean on the loved ones and the people that are outstretching their hands to you. Again, thank you again for everything you've done. All of the businesses, all of the individual people, thank you. All of the hard workers out there that are continuing to work for our community, thank you so much. This has been a great day. Yes. Continue to love one another, continue to show kindness to one another, because I'm telling you, it reaches far beyond Dublin Lawrence County, and this has been such a blessed day. That's all the time we have for Real Talk here on TV 35. Please keep watching.